shy, will you ever get by? Will you listen to things I say?
Toute l'actualité sur Royal FM 88.4.
88.4, la radio des auditeurs.
Number one station.
Royal FM 88.4
offers you political, economic, cultural, and sports news. Not forgetting music. Topics and Realities, a 2 hours debate program on Royal FM.
Royal FM.
That is out to rail and brainstorm on issues affecting our society with the aim of bringing change. Topics and Realities.
Every Saturday
On Royal FM. Topics and Realities, a weekly program brought to you by the English desk of Royal FM.
Royal FM.
Topics and Realities.
Topics and Realities.
Topics and Realities.
The gateway to change.
Fellow countrymen, since independence, we have had to grapple with those evil vices like corruption, nepotism, tribalism, and inordinate ambitions in our polity. We must change the things which consistently underdevelop our country. We must change our psyche. Now is the time for us to combine our efforts as a nation. To achieve this noble objective, we have to rise above our differences, to wipe out fraud, bribery, inflation of contracts, vandalization of power lines, and those who are willing collaborators by virtue of their positions in government. Lastly, it is good to be ambitious, but inordinate ambition breeds corruption, treachery, and unpatriotic tendencies in us. Rather, our ambition should be to move our country forward. Merit should come first. Mediocrity must be a practice of the past. Let us all strive to be the best in all what we do. From henceforth, employments and contracts are on the basis of merit and not on the basis of who knows who or godfatherism.
Youth at the heart and the supposed silence of the head of state. Welcome to Topics and Realities. Ladies and gentlemen, the team that will be keeping you company this afternoon is Salomon Esana, who is taking care of the technical console. Brian Bida is in charge of the cameras for our social media live video. Production assistance is coming in from Abel Bela Samari. Central coordination Roger Kiek our station manager, and general supervision, of course, by the Reverend Pastor Bisai Emmanuel Noel. For presentation, my name is Mapalazita. You are welcome to the program. We begin with this piece of music to give honor and glory to God Almighty.
Nigeria and politics. The truth is that we are the cause of our problems. God created heaven and earth and every good things for man consumption. And God kept man in his paradise until when the wicked one came and removed man from paradise and kept him in place of suffering. Our economy is in problem, but who is the cause of our problem? It is you and I. It is some people in our country that kept us in bad condition. Nobody should blame God. What's supposed to be the national cake are being taken and kept by one person, and even kept for their children and their grandchildren. If you are a president, lead well. If you are a governor, please govern well, because everybody will be rewarded accordingly on Judgment Day. We are the cause of our problems. No one should blame God. Some people are even importing ordinary talk in the name of drugs. In some offices, some people have become obstacle to their fellow workers. I want you to know that it is not God's will that a cup of rice should be sold for 80 naira. Previously, our people used to support farming, but now, nobody wants to go into farming any longer. Everybody is looking for a quick way to make wealth. Young and old men now go about with long poles and pen in search for job, while farming has been a thing of the past.
And that, of course, is announcing to us that we're about to talk about the Mutual Assistance and Solidarity, the MASO, which is in its 6th edition this year. Now, I want to talk to you about the educational advantages that comes with being a member of the Mutual Assistance and Solidarity. Do you know that if your child stands out in their academic performances and you are a mutualist and you want that child to study at the Bisai University Institute, that can be possible because you are a member of the Maso family. Well, if you did not know, now you know. All you need do is get your booklet at 500 francs. Begin your contributions of 100 francs a day, which will make 500 francs a week, 2,000 francs a month, and 26,000 francs at the end of the Maso year. And yes, there is going to be a special raffle draw for academic performances, for academic scholarships into the Bisai University Institute, one of the few institutes in Cameroon where children do more of practical work than theory. They learn a bit in school and then learn the reality on the field, thanks to the partnership with the Renapro Finance SE Enterprise, where a child who is doing banking will just go to the Renapro bank and do the banking. A child who is doing journalism will come here to Royal FM and do their journalism practicals. A child who is doing nursing will definitely go to the Mamu Hospital complex to be effective on the field work. And of course, many other fields that we have partner companies with their doors wide open, just waiting for you to join the Maso family train and then give your child the best of education that they deserve. Now, apart from education, we are going to talk health. With being a member of the Mutual Assistance and Solidarity, the MASO, you receive up to 35% reduction on your hospital bill when you go to any of our partner hospitals. And the priority partner hospital right now is the Mamu Hospital Complex, situated at Nouvelle Route Nkwabang. If you go there, you just need to present everything proving that you are a member of the Mutual Assistance and Solidarity, and boom, you have 35% reduction. Imagine your bill is 100,000 francs and then you're told that now you're just going to pay 65,000 because you are a member of the Mutual Assistance and Solidarity. Isn't that wonderful? With 35,000 francs, trust me, you can do a whole lot for your family, for your children, for yourself, add up capital to your business, because the Maso family has covered part of it for you. Now, to those of you who think that, okay, I want a taxi, you want to own your own house, you want a motorbike, you want capital to start up your business or expand your business, this also concerns you. Get your booklet, because there is no registration fee into the Mutual Assistance and Solidarity. Zero registration fee, zero as in zero. Yes, you just buy your booklet at 500 francs and then you begin your contribution, and that's just it, just like that. Yes, now when you do this contribution, the Maso year ends on the 30th of June. So the 30th of June this year, Maso year will be ending. Make sure you contribute your 26,000 francs before that day, and then you get a ticket for the raffle draw, which will take place on the 4th of July. Get your ticket and go and get raffled out for whatever it is that you requested for. Is it finances for your business? Is it a house? So many people are now house owners thanks to this Maso project. Is it a personal car? Is it a taxi? Is it household equipment? Is it machineries that you want to start up businesses with? All of that is possible through the raffle draw of Act 6, which is coming up this year, and so many other acts will be coming up, because Maso has come to stay. It is not the kind of project that starts yesterday and then today you're not hearing anything about it. Maso started on day 1. We did Act 1. It was wonderful. Act 2 was way better. Act 3 got even better. Act 4 was great. Act 5 was so beautiful. And here we are coming with Act 6, which is going to be another great experience for so many Cameroonians who have taken a step out of the shackles of poverty thanks to just contributing 100 francs a day. Now, that is the Ubuntu spirit we are talking about. That is the African spirit of solidarity we are talking about, because at the Maso, we simply live our African values.
Renaproof offers Maso.
They all became proud owners of luxurious villas, starting with just 100 francs CFA. Act 1.
I am called Makunchop Cecile. I want a very beautiful house. I say thank you to Maso. When they told me, I did not even believe.
Act 2.
Ebodin Chama Josephine.
Here I am. I am an owner of a villa house. I am truly happy.
Act 3.
Bibagwe Kuma Jimmy.
Even I didn't believe it. Subscribing is a reality. I subscribed with 26,000 CFA francs. Today, I am receiving the keys to a villa house.
Act 4.
Chami Jacques.
It's a great and immense joy that fills me right now, because with 26,000 CFA francs, which I didn't believe, I find myself the owner of a villa house.
Act 5.
I am Kamje Epoze Mangwa. The surprise was very big. The Lord is wonderful. He offered me a house.
Who will be the next beneficiary? At Maso, we simply live our African values.
Renaproof offre Maso. Ils sont tous devenus propriétaires de villas à partir de 100 francs CFA seulement. Acte 1.
Je m'appelle Makunchop Cécile. J'ai gagné une belle maison. Je dis merci à Maso. Je ne m'attendais pas à gagner une maison. Quand on m'a dit, je ne croyais même pas.
Acte 2.
Ebodin Chama Joséphine, infirmière.
Je suis là, je suis propriétaire d'une villa. Je suis vraiment content.
Acte 3.
Bibagwe Kuma Jimmy.
Moi-même, je n'y croyais pas. Aller souscrire, c'est de la réalité. J'ai souscrit 26 500 francs. Aujourd'hui, je vais recevoir la clé
d'une villa.
Acte 4.
Chami Jacques, technicien en automobile.
C'est une grande joie immense qui m'anime en ce moment, parce que avec 26 000 francs, que je ne croyais pas, je me retrouve propriétaire d'une villa.
Acte 5.
Moi, c'est Kamje, épouse Mangwa. La surprise a été très grande. Le Seigneur est merveilleux. Il m'a offert
une maison.
Qui sera le prochain bénéficiaire? À la Maso, vivons simplement nos valeurs africaines.
Welcome back. We now set the ball rolling. Yes, let's begin by welcoming our panelists first. The king. We need to welcome our panelists first. And the Queen Mother is in the house. Ladies before gentlemen. For one rare time, I have a lady on set. So I'm just feeling like, you know, it's not every day. Mama Vera, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
I am doing good. As you can see, I'm looking very good.
And you're looking beautiful indeed.
Thank you, and you too.
Thank you, Mama Vera. We'll come back to you to discuss more interesting things concerning young people in Cameroon. And besides Mama Vera is a youth. It should be her son. Looking at them physically, I should say, Valerie Asundep, a young entrepreneur, an economist, business tycoon. He has a lot of caps on his head. Valerie, you're welcome once again to the program.
Thank you very much for having me. I want to thank the panelists for being present today in one spirit, and also our listeners in one spirit.
In one spirit.
In one spirit. So in the presence of our spirits, we're going to have a very wonderful show.
Most definitely, we will have a wonderful time in here, and hoping that our listeners will also have a great time with us out there. Barrister Dieudonné Tejussi is a political actor, president of an opposition party hoping to change Cameroon after the Biya regime. Barrister, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Zita. Good evening to the other panelists. Thank you for making me or receiving me amongst your guests. I want to say that we are not opposition party, we are alternative parties.
Okay, alternative parties.
Yes, because
I love that.
We do propose solutions. Communal Party for Peace, Democracy and Construction. Because in Africa, most of the time people have been quarreling, opposition, ruling party. We are alternative party because we bring solutions, evaluating what's been implemented now.
Okay.
So thank you. I hope we'll be able to try to open the mind of some of your listeners and to tell them that there's a dream of being Cameroonian. Cameroon have a dream. Understanding the situation we are passing through.
Okay.
The future will be bright.
Amen. The future will be bright. Abel Bella Samari, I most often hear the slogan from you, the future will be bright. Abel, it's good to have you on the panel.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much, Zita. It's a pleasure for me to be here again, especially with the man of many caps. I don't know whether today is a red cap or it's a green cap or it's a black cap, but I know it's a man of many caps, like you rightly said, which is a pleasure for me to sit beside you closely, and equally to say thank you to Mama Vera. When she speaks, those of us who are in the political milieu take us in the memory of Madame Yvonne B. We also see other activated women who have been very advocate. But in the introduction, I heard you saying that she'll be talking more about the young people in Cameroon, which is there that you see that the future of Cameroon lies in the hands of the youth, as we were told. And every future for it to be bright, there must be youth. But all the same, like you rightly said, when you look at what is happening in our nation, then you should know that it's just a difficult moment for those who have been reading books, especially when you have ever read the Russian history between Tsar Nicholas, Alexandra. Those are what we were taught in school. And if Africa is, especially Cameroon, is going through all those things, then the future is bright. Perhaps future one day will be like Russia.
The future is bright. Yes,
I want to stand on the shoulder of Bella to congratulate Mama.
Yes, Mama Vera.
Mama Vera, because there are so many men who have been preventing women to come
to the public, especially the media.
And I think we'll be standing by you and be sure that the next generation of leaders of this country will put women at the top, because what a man can do, woman can do it more better.
Now, for your information, she's already into leadership. She's the first vice president of an association created, they call it the Listeners of Royal FM Association. So she's the first vice president, and there from the Echoes, I've never attended a meeting. They say she's the brain, the machine. So it doesn't. You are not far from what you are saying.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. You're all welcome. Let's have our press review. What have the papers been saying? Evans Williamson Jobati has been flipping through. Hello to you, Evans.
Good afternoon, Zita. Hello to everyone and welcome to this other edition of What's Making News in Cameroon, according to the newspaper review with me, Evans Williams Jubati. We begin with the Daily Voice, which features the tensions along the Douala Deep Sea Port. The Guardian Post questions, where is Biya? The Media News Journal says the battle over control of scanning at the Douala Port is calling for concern. Echo Matin even reveals that this problem has paralyzed the Douala Port. Reality News Journal wonders if President Paul Biya will ever form a new government. L'économie headlines, I quote, scanning de marchandises, le PAT et le SGS se concertent ce jour. Port en eau troublée is the front caption from l'info à chaud. Mutation views the issue as a paix de braves ou ancilisme. La lettre de la bourse does not see the bone of contention along the port as ordinary. Le point front pages the end. La nouvelle expression says the PM has spoken. As for Emergence newspaper, government officials are in a confrontation ring. SGS is back is the headline from the Messager. Telegram gives reasons why forces want to eliminate the Director General of the Douala Deep Sea Port over the goods scanning affair. Regards to l'actualité, questions if youth still need to hope. L'Observateur du Septentrion pictures the images of 25 young Northerners who are considered as rising stars. L'action comes with preparations for the 60th National Youth Day, featuring the YCPDM decided to support Paul Biya. Cameroon Tribune paced the youth village with young citizens questioning government authorities. L'Étudiant says youth and the government in a tete-a-tete. The Guardian Post comes back with the headline Cameroon on a life support. Cameroon Insider is still trying to understand the need for government's borrowing spree. Municipal Update makes an understanding of the debt advocacy in Cameroon and warnings. Le Drapeau applauds the works of Minister Louis-Paul Moutaze so far. The Post sees the debts as huge and ridiculous. Le Citoyen says some sectors have intensified development works. Conjoncture Économique speaks of a CONAC that will not relent effort in 2026. Ecomatin breaks the news that the African Growth and Opportunity Act has been activated without Cameroon. And it is with that we end this other edition of a press review with me, Evans Williams Jobati. Wish you the best of the programs in the company of Mapala Zita. Till next Saturday, I'm done and dusted.
Turn up the joy with MTN. Lifetime internet to be won. Buy a bundle via *237# or make a Momo transaction on *126#.
Thank you very much, Evans Williams and Jobati. Lady and gentlemen, I'm sure we all listened to what the papers have been saying concerning news topics for the week. And now I want us to come back to one of the headlines from the Guardian Post. It says Cameroon on life support, collaborators increasingly disputing Biya's high instructions, broke government on ending borrowing spree, part merchandise scanning saga costing the country billions of francs CFA, over 71 board chairpersons illegally occupying office, 4 ministers in same position for 21 years, unproductive general managers, retired governors, senior divisional officers still in office, dog-eat-dog fight among ministers crippling government action, 5 batches of ENAM-trained magistrates still loitering in the quarters, aging leadership fatigue slowing control of government action in parliament, 6 ministerial positions vacant for years, new government in coming days still not coming, judicial stagnated as Biya fails to convene higher judicial council for 5 years running, corruption, armed conflict in northwest and southwest, Boko Haram incursions bleeding the nation. I want to begin with Valerie. Valerie, you listened to the press review, and I am sure this Douala Seaport saga is one of the highest things that almost every paper was talking about. And this morning when we're discussing, you brought out other facts concerning the seaport, stating that it does not only affect the goods that are stranded at the seaport, but several sectors are also being affected because of this saga and the supposed silence of the head of state. As a young Cameroonian, What's your reaction to this?
Thank you, Zita, for having me on this platform and the how can I say it? It's a topic of high importance where we don't just venture into a the say. But when I look at it with the eyes of a young man, I see a play that had been put in place for quite some time that would eventually draw the attention of the public to the power struggle that is going on. If me as the president, I lack the authority to dictate how things have to go, all I need to do is place some breadcrumbs along the line so that when the fight starts, I will look like an innocent person from the get-go. So if our daily lives are going to be impacted by the continuation of this saga, it looks like a well-planned situation where it will have to involve all the Cameroonians talking about a political reform or administrative changes, because everywhere that development goes, the people have to follow. So if the power doesn't belong to the people, who does it belong to? If I'm the president, that's the kind of question I'm going to have the citizens to ask at a certain time when the battle becomes too fierce for me to fight. So if we are experiencing or we are going to be experiencing some price hikes in certain sectors, we should already be aware or informed that is because of this saga. And if the president himself sees it as a political fight, we have to see it the same way. So as youths, all we have to do here is hope, because I don't think there's any youth in this saga. Right? We are not involved, we are not concerned, and we have not been consulted. So we sit on the sideline waiting for the time for us to take our own management turn, which I believe is going to be very well managed than what is taking place right now.
All right. Barrister, you are a political figure. I don't know if apart from the Douala Seaport saga that is paralyzing the country and costing it a lot of money, there is something else that caught your attention in the press review.
In the press review, we discovered that there are so many problems in our country. And he indicated, while talking about the head of state, whenever you are not more able to give a guideline to your collaborator, you deserve not to be on duty. Because what is going on in that saga of Douala has to do with security. We cannot understand that there are people who are sending goods abroad, importing goods, who are not paying what they're supposed to pay in the public funds. We can understand that I, Bella, and middle classes can import goods. We pay taxes, whereas there are big businessmen who import the same good, they don't pay the same prices because they have been making cut short with some services. You are talking about the scanning of goods in the port of Douala.
Exactly.
I, for example, have witnessed cases into which containers were scanned, and when they were offloading the container, they discovered that what was in the container wasn't scanned. Wow. It's a serious problem. We need to be serious. We need to be serious while we're leading people. We have just coming out from 12 October elections. Where is the government?
It's coming in the coming days.
Which coming days? You know, Zita, the commitments of young generation of today is limitless. We deserve good conditions. We deserve improvements in every domains. You cannot say that a new president has been elected. You have taken the oath, and then 90 days after, we are still
dancing,
gossiping, making the saga. The young lady who is frying maybe plantains around the corner road, where is she concerned with the saga of peoples of port and so on and so far?
But somehow she might get concerned because if salt is stuck at the port, at some point the price of salt will increase.
She is concerned because you see, at times people think that when the coffin is in the other people's house, it's just a celebration.
That was
we
deep.
are facing serious problem in this country. We are facing serious problem in this country, and we cannot understand that he who has been elected president, he is not turning around the country to fill the grumbling of populations. He is there in his palace. Ministers are making saga every day, and surprisingly, we have a budget of more than 8,000 billion something, with 70% will be used for their fuel, for their trips, everything, journey. Please, Zita, after following the press release, we think that we must be conscious and let people stop saying that je vais voir mes enfants grandir. I want to see my children grow up. Because you may finally see your children grow up becoming slaves.
God forbid.
If you must not, I'm very serious. If you do decide not to make politics will make you. Go and register for the last days to come, and then make sure you participate.
Okay.
And vote seriously for programs. Because we'll be talking concerning youth today. After 60 years.
Yes.
After 60 years. There are some who are 60 years who are still claiming to be youth. And I'm so surprised because we have some of our generation, 45 years old, who are still fighting in the kitchen with mama to look for food. Do you think that if at this stage you have a child of 45-year-old who is still fighting in your kitchen because you want to eat, have you succeeded?
Of course not.
You need to question ourselves. But I'm telling those who are listening to us that the solution is not to go abroad. But even if you go abroad, wherever you go, remember
to come back home.
To come back because we need you. It is only here that we're going to make our own paradise. And we have a lot of resources available. All what we need is a little will. Because where there is a will, there is a way.
Okay, thank you very much, Barrister. Abel, before I come to you, let's come to the Queen Mother of this afternoon. Mama Vera, is there any other thing that caught your attention during the press review, apart from the Douala Seaport saga? I don't know.
I didn't find any. Anyway, thank you, Zita, for giving me this opportunity, to express myself. I also thank the director, Abel Bella Samari. I thank also the top management, beside Emmanuel, for me to be here today to express myself. For the press review, a lot of things to say inside the press, the newspapers. Some newspapers are real and some are not real, because we need to tell the public the truth and what is actually going on. The public needs to know. I used to trade with Emergence newspaper because I know they used to give us the important information. The real information comes from there. So in short, what they are doing is not the right thing, but I will please it to stop here. I don't want to talk politics. Thank you.
Okay. I know Mama Vera is not here for politics. When we'll come to the topic about your children, the youth, you definitely have a lot to say.
Thank you.
Abel Bella Samari. Is it still the Douala Seaport saga?
No, it's just part of it.
Okay.
Part of the so many things that are happening in this beautiful country called Cameroon.
A lot is going on.
And sometimes some of us are so sad naked from the heart that you sit on a sunny day, a colleague of yours out of the country calls you and is bringing one of your newspaper and asking you that in Cameroon it is being reported that where is the president?
Yeah.
Where is Bia? That's the caption of our own headline. And you try to put one or two things to be able to defend your country, because there is something we should always understand. When you move out, sometimes the news that it is being broadcast locally It is not the same news that is being sold out internationally.
Yes, that's true.
Because there is a lot of negotiation when it comes to geopolitics internationally. Valerie and Barrister will better place to tell you Zita, because Evis know what I'm talking about in terms of economy. Because foreign partners, foreign investors, when they want to invest, they first of all go and check the information in your country. They try to study the judiciary to know if at all, if they had to invest their hard-earned money, they are going to be able to have that money back. So just to tell you that on the information side, I speak like an expert in communication. I'm not a politician, but just to tell you that the information that is being circulated on the Douala Seaport is not helping us
at all.
Whether it is positive or negative, when you look at the communication, because it blocks a lot of issues. I was so heartbroken when a Ghanaian colleague called me first. It was a Ghanaian colleague called me and said that your Guardian Post newspaper is reporting, where is the president? Is Cameroon safe? We are getting information that the country is a total limbo, the total chaos. You cannot actually tell me that I live in Cameroon, and you cannot say that there is no managed governance. But at the end of the day, you are just struggling to drag a certain blanket to cover a certain situation. But the fire is burning from inside, and for how long you are going to cover that blanket for the fire not to be able to consume that blanket? Because today we have prices of salt that has gone up because of the squabble that is taking place at the Douala seaport. To tell you that when two elephants are fighting, it's the grass that suffers. And who is that grass? Is you and me. Because don't be surprised, tomorrow they will tell us that there is no rice for us to be able to eat because some human beings are fighting over what we don't know. But imagine a situation where Barrister is saying that we all should go and vote. Sometimes we accuse the young people of voter apathy, but we fail to also diagnose what is happening. Because a young man who went out on the 12th of October to vote, he voted for his president, believing that his president is going to defend his interests. And looking at what is happening at the Douala seaport, where the prime minister is saying A, another minister is saying B. I followed the interview of the director of Transatlantic, who says that whatever you people are doing there is yours. It doesn't concern us. When you live in that type of a country, then should that very young man who voted for his president, who is supposed to put order where there should be disorder, to go and register again and vote, he will say, no, my vote doesn't count. Those are some of the limpy aspects that take place in our political scenes that discourage our people. But I'm not saying that Cameroonians should not go and register and vote. The power lies in the ballot box. So you see, those are some of the things that we do, because after that, you see, when the Guardian Post comes again and tells you that Cameroon is on a life support, and another colleague from Gambia is calling you, are you people in a coup d'etat in Cameroon? Why is Cameroon on the life support? You say, where are you getting this information? It's bringing you a newspaper that you live in Cameroon, but this is not a renowned newspaper in your country, and the paper is very clear. And those are the things that are happening. I'm not saying that what they are writing is not something, but our leaders should know that they are not helping our economic operators. They are not helping our business people to negotiate better deals. Valerie will tell you that with the present state of Cameroon, there is no business person that will successfully. Let us forget that the minister is moving outside negotiating. There is no individual business person that will go for a place like the United States to negotiate deals for his personal investment. It will work. No, even out there when we were covering the African Cup of Nations, they were telling us what you want. No, what you pay la, yeah, lo girl about not, yeah, lo girl also. They are even talking to you about the leadership crisis and those type of things. It's not helping the nation to develop. Let the governance be there. Those who want to do their politicking should do their politicking, but the politics should not be like what we are. That we are living on a life support where we have 5 badges of magistrate who are truck pushers in the streets riding Benz again, and those are the people who went to ENAM, a renowned school. Tomorrow you want to come and tell my child that you go to ENAM, you say, what about Uncle this? What has the life? So we should be the mirror image of ourselves. When we be the mirror image of ourselves, that is when we can be talking about development. That is when we can be talking about a successful youth.
Abel Bella Summary, thank you very much. Let's make welcome Tata Evans. Tata Evans is a former young parliamentarian. I'm very happy that he's on this platform.
In Cameroon, they don't like the word former.
But he remains an honorable. Once an honorable, always an honorable, right? So he remains an honorable. Tata Evans, you're welcome.
Thank you, Mapalasita. Good afternoon to my fellow panelists.
All right. We were on the press review. I don't know if you were listening when you were coming, but
I did not follow the press review.
Okay. The major issue was the Douala Seaport saga and how much it is costing the country and why the head of state is supposedly quiet about the dragging concerning the scanning machinery at the seaport. I don't know if you have something to add before we dive into our main topic of discussion.
Well, I think that has been discussed already, and I will not really want to dive on that, but it's just something maybe to our fellow listeners. I don't know if it was reviewed in the press, since I didn't follow the press, but just that this year there has been an innovation in the Cameroon National Youth Parliament.
Okay.
Because every year we have young people who are chosen from different subdivisions, different divisions.
They are choosing, not elected.
No, well, they are choosing. Well, choosing is at election. I think they're the same thing because
no, they are not.
Okay, let me. All right.
The choosing comes okay. No, there is election that is being done.
Yeah, let me.
It is done within schools. For example, schools around Yaoundé 5.
Yes, and then they are picked from there.
The picks from there. So
yes,
they are chosen.
I think I can best explain this since I've been there.
Yes.
So what happens is there's call for application.
Okay.
You apply through a subdivision. Your application files are being scanned and decided upon based on how valid it is and sent to the divisional level, where a committee designated by the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Civic Education, they sit, look at the application files, and they decide on which is the best to represent the division.
Okay.
It is sent to the region and then to the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Civic Education. So the voting is not like we do normal presidential ballot boxes, but there's a certain level of voting because when the voting is taking place, you the applicant, you don't know what is happening. You are not involved. You only you
don't do campaign.
You don't do campaign. You only send your application.
That means at the end it is man no man.
Well, you can say so, but the thing is, you just send your application. And then the decision is taken by those reviewing the application. You don't know on what basis they decide on who is the best.
Okay.
But that is the process that takes place. So there's to an extent there's an application.
Okay.
So I was just
giving
I was just giving an update on that because it happens every year. But this year we've not heard of that. Yeah, because this year there's no youth parliament.
Oh, really?
And there has been an innovation, and the innovation is the Ministry of Youth Affairs through the Cameroon government discovered that the past 8 badges starting from 2017 there has been no follow-up. So when the mandate is over, you just go and remain. But this time around they have tried to put together a structure that is going to bring together the different youth parliamentarians since from the very first batch that took place in 2017, so that there could be a follow-up and in the implementation of their projects. So there has been an.
So those of us in Dongamantu, what should we be expecting?
Yeah, from Dongamantu we should be expecting a lot, and luckily enough, an election took place again for between the 8 batches. They came together, did an election.
And you are the chief whip.
Well, like
congratulations.
So I emerged as deputy coordinator for the National Youth Parliament for Dongamantum.
Congratulations.
So we are trying to work together to see that we can bring together all the people who are participating in the 8 badges so that we could implement projects together as young people.
Okay, I think that is even preferable.
Sometimes Rogers always say more celebration.
Yeah, more celebration. but looking at what he said from his explanation, I think it's better that these young people come together and come up with a project, because most often the individual projects just end up like that. But the fact that they come together and then have a general project, it will be more profitable to their community. I think so. It will not be an individual something that
Zita,
whether you do it or you don't do it is
Zita,
it's
the
kind
regional,
of no man's business.
The regional council has projects. And you go there, they will tell you that they're looking for finances. The children parliamentarians have projects. And you go there telling you that they're looking for finances. I just hope that the Tata Evans will have the project and will not come and tell us that he's looking for finances.
Hopefully.
When the innovation comes, there is that. Anyway,
all right.
I'm observing.
Thank you,
as
all
a free thinker, I'm observing.
Solomon Esana, can we have just a very brief transition before we get into our today's topic? Now let's talk about young people in Cameroon. 60 years celebrating National Youth Day. What perspective for the Cameroonian youth? Well, he has just joined us in the studio. Rogers, you are welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Zita. Good afternoon to all your guests, and special good afternoon to all the ministers, governors, and DOs in Cameroon.
Okay, special good afternoon, yes. Even to those who are on retirement and still in office.
No, I mean the ones in active service who are portraying us this drama that we are seeing.
Okay.
Yeah, this minister is signing this decision. This one is saying no. A minister is saying there's this activity here. DO say I don't want to see in my territory. Governors
and all of them are upon high instructions
from the same source. Special good afternoon to them. It's an interesting drama. I have told my students to follow up because they are going to write Cameroon history.
Cameroon's history. And I want to begin with you to talk about National Youth Day, because you're not just a young person, but you are training young Cameroonians to be the future of this country. Rogers, we are celebrating the 60th edition of National Youth Day. The young people you are training today, do you see them with a future in Cameroon tomorrow after 60 years?
Being based on my own way of training them, I would dare to say yes.
Okay.
But based on where they are growing up, I doubt. Because they are growing up in a system where these young people, the truth is, many of them don't even know. I will tell you that as part of youth day activities, I dared to ask a student, the Minister of Youth Affairs. They don't know.
Oh my.
And please, it's not their fault. Remember,
whose fault is it?
No, they have a government which is far from them, which does not interact with them, which does nothing together. You will only see authorities in charge of youth. They will go to schools. Do you know why? It's easy for them to tell the principal, and then they will call students out for assembly, so that they will talk. They will come and spend some time and do some 5-minute message called "It's citizenship, education, and whatever, and national unity," and so on. They are not there with the young people daily. They cannot go to a quarter like this and say we want to rally young people. They know very well that no, those young people are far from the realities. The projects that are claimed to be for young people are compensations to those families who have been in support of the regime.
Oh my.
I came and heard you at a time analyzing how even during the voting you are not concerned. So there is a complete degeneration, and the gap keeps increasing. This year many people will tell you, maybe even here some people tell you that they expect the head of state to say something to the youth. I don't expect him to say anything to the youth, apart from assuring them and repeating the fact that he has a certain 50 billion pounds to share to some 40 youth who paid his candidacy for
no,
president of the Republic.
wait.
That's my opinion. It's not the radio's opinion.
For youth-led project,
That's what
no
was
compensation.
That's what was officially said, and I am saying now as Rogers that it will compensate those 40 youth. I told you that I greatly regret why I didn't give my own contribution to that 40 million. I should have had my own part of that 50 billion now. So what I am saying in reality is that for us to think about the young people of today, projecting them in future, we must look at a program that has been designed.
Okay.
How are they being educated in primary school? How are they being taught in secondary school? And how are they being trained in the universities?
Yes.
I heard one joke that is going on now. They said they were reopening PhD. When we said, okay, at last, they said they were selecting people to do PhD. Another academic joke that they have created. So you see that there is a program that is designed deliberately for young people to learn how to read, but not to reason.
Wow.
A program that is designed to give young people certificates by keeping their heads empty. A program that is designed for young people to obey, not to think. With that kind of program that I see in Cameroon, I can't tell you. But I will tell you that sometimes I dare cause them to reason, not only to read. I dare cause them to obey while thinking, and I also dare cause them to have something in their head while trying to get a certificate. One of my colleagues, who is a doctor, who teaches English language and literature, after teaching and the students were admiring him and talking, he said, "Bro, be quiet." He said, I have an E grade. I had 2 E grades in the GC.
Wow.
Advanced level. You are admiring me with 2 E grades. I want to assure you that if you have even 2 A grades, you people here, what you will produce will not reach what you are admiring from me.
Wow.
The message is clear. He did not only learn how to obtain a certificate, he kept that E grade in his head. But we have students who have A grades on paper. But in the head, they don't even have an F. Yes. So I am saying that the program that we see in Cameroon that concerns Cameroonian youth has completely shifted from the realities of the nation. You can't talk about projecting for the future when you are not empowering your young people. Where are those who have not been to school? Those of us from North and Southwest, schools have been dangling. I will tell you, and I'm not the one informing you that some communities have not had education for 10 years.
Yes.
What has the government done to make sure that these young people who had been deprived from education by no effort, no fault of theirs, what have they done to ensure that these young people get even empowered to get some self-employment schemes? Some communities have gone into it, but officially we don't have any program coming from above. We will hear that there is 50 billion. It's money. Even if they say to you that they want to share it to 10 regions, it is 5 billion per region. It is still money. Go to the Northwest, 34 subdivisions. Divide 5 billion there, you will see that it is about 1.5 billion CFA francs per subdivision. Yes. But now, how will
Il est 17h, bro. C'est l'heure de win chez Orange. 6 voitures de l'heure. 50 voyages pour atterrir au Maroc. Plus des milliers de maillots de Lions. Et des centaines de millions chaque semaine avec Orange Bonus. Combi, Nagle Jazz 111 étoiles 1 Jazz. Ou avec Orange Money au Jazz 150 Jazz. Orange est là.
Orange est là. Okay, yes.
So I was saying that to empower young people in Cameroon is not allocating necessarily only a budget for them. It is first of all to let the young people believe. There are many young people in Cameroon who believe that for them to succeed, they need a connection, they need to have money to bribe, they need to go out of the country. Once it is in their mind like that, you can't empower. You only empower somebody who believes in what you are doing. In what you are doing. There is a student who asked me, if you don't have somebody, can you pass a NAM? Can you pass this concours?
Yeah.
It is in their minds that as they are going to school like this, they can't be anybody simply because of their family backgrounds.
Hope you told the student that we have several batches of ENAM graduates who are still loitering in the quarters.
I did not even encourage a student to go to ENAM. I can't do that because I've not seen what ENAM has produced for Cameroon.
It has produced divisional officers.
No, and they have not produced anything for Cameroon. So I cannot even encourage a child to go there. What I am saying, I told the student that the best person you can liberate, there are many people who have declared themselves freedom fighters in the world, but I've said the best person you can liberate is yourself. And how do you liberate yourself? By acquiring knowledge and developing skills. Those are two things. Once you have knowledge, you develop skills, you become independent, you become a free thinker. Your thinking is not manipulated, because where does manipulation come from? When dependency is high. If Rogers says it, and because you depend so much on Rogers, you have to believe it, you have to sell that idea, and Rogers uses you for manipulation. But once your dependency rate is low, you can stand your ground and say, no, I can't do this. That's why in Cameroon we don't have ministers who can resign. We have a minister who has lost all his battles for the past 4 years politically, but he's still hanging to office. Because if somebody is independent, that person cannot be there. But if somebody who is dependent will remain there, because that is all what he counts on. That's the only thing that sustains him. So, the young people of Cameroon are a victim of a system of inertia. And what we are expecting, what I am expecting now, is that those of us who have pulled ourselves out of party politics, that we should go into the field and see if by the end of this year I Rogers can influence the life of one young person. I would have achieved a lot. Because I think that is the only hope that these young people have.
Okay.
They can't depend on this I don't want to say on this government.
Let's not be rude. Yes, Valerie.
We cannot assume the status of Burkina Faso here. We are children that love our parents and our great-grandparents and our grandparents, which means that we might not, or we will not be taking from them what they have not finished abruptly or by force. We are not lost. The youths are not lost. We're a system of discipline and DNA orientation that still stems from a traditional family background of an African person. Mama Vera here is my mother. If she fails to do her job, I cannot bash into Royal FM and demand her departure by force, right? There is a structure that has been put, and that structure guarantees sometimes our survival, not luxury, as we can see. And since we have come to the age of internet where we can compare things abruptly without having lived them, I've been in the US for 15 years. I've been back in the country for about 4 to 5 months. I can tell you I'm living one of the best moments I've ever did in a very long time. Why? Because one,
Valerie, you not discourage me from going to the US.
You will notice that there is a system of laissez-faire that has permeated the blanket of Cameroon survivorship, right? Where even a gendarme would throw a bottle on the road and expect Izakam to come and pick it up. When Izakam themselves are not doing their job. So we have to start addressing the laissez-faire. It started from our grandparents to our parents, and now we're trying to stay away from that particular system where nobody can even stop on the street with their fancy cars to pick a bottle that was thrown on the street that is impacting traffic. That's how selfish the Cameroonian system is. And our parents showed us this. They showed us how to be selfish, and they showed us how to be, on dit en français, manigancé, n'est-ce pas? They hold you, they hold you by the right hand, you sleep by the left hand, and you're always finding ways to blame somebody else, which is not the case. So we the youths are not lost. And there's a particular set of youths that are meant for the revival of this country. And those youths are not sitting behind benches listening to people that gave up on the future long time ago.
Okay.
Some of them are teachers. They went there for salary, matriculation, as we can say it. So while they're trying to moralize us, they themselves already failed. That's why some of the youths are taking drugs. Because when I look at you directly into your eyes, I can tell if you're an honest person or not. And when the same old monkey is trying to preach the same old gospel to us, and we're looking for a way to spring out of that failed religion system, they shouldn't hold us backwards with moral lessons on how things had failed and they couldn't fix it, and now they depend on us 100% to fix it, and they're calling names that didn't exist back then. I came from the southwest to Yaoundé in 2001 or 2002. My entrance into Lycée Bilingue was done by a bunch of le régime de plantain with a goat.
Oh my!
Nice chicken.
A sauce right here.
Nice chicken.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
So we started doing what our parents did for us to move forward. And when some of us that already are in there, when they get there, like Tata Evans, he might not want to come back, being it appointed or voted. It looks like la marmite qui est déjà prêt. All you gotta do is eat. So why are you complaining? So we need to break that system of me, I,
yes,
and get to this protocol of, we,
yes,
and how we can evolve. I don't even think we need, I don't even think we need political parties. We should stop playing this democracy jargons that the white people have tried to instill on us. It makes us go to sleep. Honestly, if you talk about politics today, you're trying to put me to sleep. And we cannot move forward with something that failed. There's no magic in evolution.
Okay, well, that's very interesting. Mama Vera, I saw you jotting. I know you have a lot of...
I don't think like him that the youth of today are really good. The youth of today has failed. The youth have lost a lot because Cameroon today, as I stand, I speak like that. I'm a mother, but Cameroon today is not a place where someone can be educated and really eat from the fruit of his labor. I would say no. You find some youths today educated and not others not educated, but both of them, when they stand together, they have you can see that the one that went to school is lost. I don't know what I'm talking, because when he's talking there, I don't know, the youths are lost. Because if I never went to school and he went to school and I did a trade, today I'm more better than him, because they didn't put the practice of my education. I have my back, I have a degree, but the degree is useless. So you can't say it's waste, because today I find myself with my own try on the same plate. We are fighting a plate of rice. While I'm eating one, he's eating 5. Why he was supposed to run to bring it back home for me to eat? So you can't tell me that the route has failed. So the government has made this useless. All they know is to enter into drugs. And when the drugs, they start taking drugs, now they don't respect the elderly people that is in front of them. They speak to everybody the way they want, because the system is already corrupt. The system is spoiled. Everything is just a laissez-faire. So the youth today, I don't think will be the near future of tomorrow, because where would they stand? Because they don't have they're unemployed. They don't have anything to do. All they know to do is to go around and steal it into my pockets, trying to see if I can make a mistake and then they correct me. That's what they are now today. That's what the youth is all about today. So you can't tell me that the youth have a future tomorrow. I'll tell you no. Except this system, the government, the system changes. As the president has said, he has to lock the youth inside the system. He better do. Because we have been waiting. We are in the waiting room. We have been waiting for so long. So when will he do this?
Well, hopefully he will do something. Dieudonné, I love the fact that you emphasized that the CPPDC is not an opposition party, but an alternative party. Now, Mama Vera thinks the youths are lost unless something is done, unless the regime in power does something different from what they have been doing for the past number of years that they took power. I want to come to you as a political actor.
Zita, I want first of all to say that this regime is like a monitor laser who come out with spots and die with spots.
Okay.
And I want to tell my brother that going out of political party will not bring you the solution. And Roger said something a while ago. Let us train our children. And I will plead not guilty on behalf of youths because they are being blamed for what they have not done.
Okay.
And how can you, as a government, the state has not failed, but the government failed.
Okay.
The
difference
how
is
can
clear.
you, as a government, spend your time giving a curricula of training which will lead children for 25 years being job seekers? It's a problem.
A serious problem.
And I'm telling you that if all of us commit ourselves to change the curricular system of our education so as to start from nursery school to train them with four code: thinking, producing, manufacturing, and controlling, you'll be sure after 10 years you'll be having people able to produce something.
Thinking, producing, manufacturing, and
Yes.
controlling.
I cannot understand that a Chinese child of 15 years old is producing phone we are using, whereas our own of 30 years old is dancing the mole. It's a serious problem.
Yeah, that's bad now.
And I was telling you a while ago that we have a Cameroonian dream. My father was a hunter and white tapper. My mother was a housekeeper. Today I'm able to speak to minister.
Amen.
I want to tell you that we have enough resources available. The only problem is we have a system which thinks the way to maintain itself on duty is to destroy our culture. My mother was having a storehouse with maize, groundnut, which remained there for 4 years.
Yeah, the ban.
Yeah, the ban. Do we still have the ban today?
It's lost.
We need to change our system of education, because going to say j'ai l'honneur de venir auprès de votre haute personnalité, we are tired of it. I have the honor to come beside you. I'm a young Cameroonian, female.
It's always with honor.
Wasting time.
And presently these days in bad English.
In horrible English, my dear brother.
In bad English.
Because they're not well trained.
So we need to put our young generation to work by changing the system of education. And I insist on this because you will see, for example, our cocoa, our rubber. 1 meter cube rubber is 36,000. But when we send it to Ngwanzu, to Turin, to Baltimore, it produces tires of more than 5 million.
Wow.
We spend our time being a shopping of all those multinational of disorder. Today it is important during this particular period to understand that our government has failed. And it is not by withdrawing ourselves that we will solve the problem.
Okay.
We need to participate, we need to engage. And it's only by engaging that we can change something. And if we spend our time procrastinating, you have done us this, you have done that, we will not succeed.
Okay.
After the court session, I go back and I take my machete and cut grasses, and I walk, see my hands. Please, we need to enter into entrepreneurship. Having layers, working, raising maize, and so on and so far. I was laughing when the young parliamentarian was speaking here. Because do you think that our parents will be suffering every day, taking money from public fund to give you for your projects? No. We at Cameroonian Party for Peace, Democracy and Construction have conceived a program of youth allowances of 100,000 per month and per children from the age of 9 to the age of 29.
Okay, and what would the money be for?
Levying fund from 2 francs per minute of calls and internet connection. Per day we do a minimum of 120 million minutes of call. Time 4, it is 480 million. Time 20 million subscribers, it is 96 billion. Time 30 days is 2,880 billions. With that money, is it complicated to supply or to support every youth project in this country? We need to understand that we cannot maintain ourselves on power by buying bullets, by buying guns, by threatening people. We can maintain ourselves on power by improving people's lives. And we are available to bring the solution to this government within 100 days, and then everything will be calm. But you need to be humble. And people have been complaining. I want to tell you that if there are some who still remain behind the parlor, behind the curtain, thinking that they will use terror, blaming others for their failure, blaming others for the fact that they have been unable to bring solution to their young citizens, let them know that we young leaders will defeat them. We will defeat them. Cameroon have a dream, and we are here to tell them that they still hope. But let us participate in elections, select people who have been giving you program. Don't come and select me because I'm carrying a very nice coat. Procrastination has never brought solution. And it is not by throwing the child with the water and the basin that you solve
the problem.
You need to throw the water and keep the basin and the baby. And let us not rely on this government, because you see, we are celebrating the 60 years. We have been saying that more than 5 batch of magistrates are in quarters selling.
They are still in Shomenka.
Yes, they're driving bike and so on and so forth. Do you think that we can still rely on this government? No. Some of them are 60 years old. 60 years old. They were 1 year or 1 month when they
started celebrating National Youth Day.
Today, what is their legacy? What is their legacy? Slogans. But as they used to say, great spirit talk about projects. Minor spirit talk about things, and small spirit talk about persons. We don't want to emphasize on persons. We want to emphasize on the visions that we are carrying. And today we were talking about drugs and so on and so far. Where does the drug come from? We have been having problem of scanner. This ping pong.
It's really a ping pong game they're playing.
It's a game. I was expecting all those members of the government who have been unable to protect us during these years to resign. I was telling Bella a while ago, I was expecting the Prime Minister and others to resign, because you cannot be on duty and you have majority of your children living in such poor conditions. You know, justice, if it's not held here, it will be held in heaven. Because they will ask you, what have you done with all the ability, with all the resources available to improve the living conditions of your population? And we need to understand that we are having a vision which was carried by the founders of our nation. The same land, the same people, the welfare, the justice, the progress. Today, security, peace. Let us regard this southwest and northwest. Can you travel in southwest easily? Anyhow,
You can.
have green zone, yellow zone, red zone. Please, Cameroon is our own heritage. We need to secure it so as to show the next generation that this is the legacy that we gave to you. We came, we saw, and we improve it for you to live in peace and justice.
Thank you very much, Barrister. Tata Evans, before I get to you, let me welcome our legal mind of the house, Nelson Lambris. Happy New Year, because I think this is the first time we're meeting since this year started.
Yeah, Happy New Year to the listeners of Royal FM. Happy New Year to everybody that is seated in this panel.
You're welcome.
Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. All right, I'll definitely be coming to have your opinion later on, but let me get to Tata Evans, who is a young parliamentarian. Do you, as a parliamentarian, I don't want to talk about you as Tata Evans, as a parliamentarian, you are leading the young people of your community. What are the perspectives for the younger generation that is coming up?
All right, thank you for that question. I want to believe that before becoming a young parliamentarian, I've been a youth leader. And I spent close to 7 years of my career working with young people. I interact with young people of different categories on a daily basis.
All right.
And one thing I picked from our discussions, and I want to say as to what I tell my young people every day: we should take responsibilities of our lives. We have been living in a level in a lot of blames in Cameroon. Our parents blame the government. We are blaming the government. Our children should not come and blame the government. The government can create the environment for my progress, but I'm responsible for my progress.
All right.
We spoke about going to school. Yeah, we go to school, but not everybody goes to school for the same reason. We can go, because one thing I tell my fellow young people when I'm working with them is that the fact that you are going to school is not you must get a job tomorrow, but the school trains you in order to progress in life. That is why if you see somebody who left primary school, did tailoring, let me call that tailoring, and then someone who has a degree and is doing that tailoring, you can never compare the two. Someone with a degree is always far better than someone with a first school living certificate. So as we go to school, the moment we keep our mind that I want to write a concours, that's when you begin to fail. Another thing I equally want to say is that I want to celebrate the Cameroonian young people for their resilience. Yes, we know, like most of the
they are tired of resilience.
Yeah,
whereas the government is
the good thing is that they're not giving up.
What I'm trying to say is that, like most of us have said here in the panel, that the government has failed, but the Cameroonian young people don't want to fail themselves. That's why we see most of the Cameroonian young people making waves are not people who wrote concours.
But with permission,
that's true.
Failing without means is different. Why you fail where the means are available.
Well, I think.
Now, I think let me share a little story.
Go ahead.
2018, I left Bamenda and came down to Yaoundé. By then, I had just had my HND, and I told my uncle. I had a personal discussion with him. I'm living with you. You are married. You have your wife. You have your children. Tomorrow, I need to raise my own children, and I will not raise my own family by living with you. I need to step out and see my own way of survival. And if I am where I am today, I think I have given in the work that has led me to where I am today. One thing that is failing us today, that many young people don't want to take the responsibility. I keep saying this: your destiny is in your hands. The moment you think that Mr. A will lead me to my destiny, Mr. B will lead me, and they don't, that's where you have failed. So what I tell my young people is, yeah, in as much as we wait on the government to create the enabling environment, but know that the first person responsible for your success is yourself.
Okay.
That is why maybe in most of our schools they will not teach you how to apply for a job. But there are organizations out there who train people every weekend, let me say so, on how to access some of those things. Like last week, there's an organization, the organization for which I work, we're in partnership. They were training young people on how to write grants.
Okay.
You might not learn grant writing in a school,
Definitely.
but nobody will force you to go and learn grant writing. You know what you want, you look for ways on how to get it. Because the moment you are depending on Mr. A or Mr. B to help you, that is where you are beginning to fail.
Okay.
One thing, as I want to hand over the microphone, your destiny is in your hands, and you have to take responsibility for your actions. Don't blame Mr. A or Mr. B for not playing their part. What have you done?
Okay, thank you very much. I think this boils down to what Rogers has been saying. Yes, Barrister, before getting to you,
30 seconds.
It boils down to what Rogers has been saying here, that the kind of training he gives to the students he is teaching. Rogers is a secondary school teacher, and he just made it clear that he dares to tell them that do not focus only on the classroom work, but try to empower yourself through some skills and try to make sure that you get a handwork that's without waiting for the government can never employ every young man in Cameroon. But what do you do with the talents that you acquire? I think that's what the teacher was telling us, and thank God, young parliamentarian is flowing in that same line.
Just a minute, let me follow up on that. Please, let me just follow up on that.
You begin by learning and then you gradually raise the money.
I may forget. Let me just follow up on that.
Yes, Rogers.
If you look at International Youth Day, is on the 12th of August. It's about 6 months from now.
Yes.
Go to Pakistan. They have already started taking young people and trying to prepare them. The theme is Youth Empowerment for Sustainable Development.
Yes.
Now, they have already started taking young people and taking them to look about issues of climate change in their natural places.
Yeah.
They have already started going. Go to China. They have taken them to rice farms already in small groups. They say, okay, now you go to is it Honduras? The same thing. They have already started taking them to places. Youth Day in Cameroon is in 3 days' time. They are taking them to the National Museum to tell them the story of Amadou Ahidjo and Paul Biya. They are taking them to the monument to tell them about unity and citizenship and peace, stability. That's not empowerment.
Military camps.
They are taking them to military camps, to zoos, to go and see lions and tigers. Now, let's come now. Go to what is wrong in the plain where I come from, that they take them to the rice farm.
Beautiful.
What is wrong in taking them to a soap factory in Bamenda?
Yes.
What is wrong in taking them to a travel agency?
They can't do that.
That is what we are not saying that school is not important. But what we are saying is that the education should provide means for empowerment.
Correct.
So that an educated person should be able to solve a problem based on his field of education.
Okay.
How do you explain to me that I just talked about somebody who is losing political battle and somebody who has done political science, a professor? That you are losing a political battle with somebody who does not even have masters in political science. It means the education was missing. If tomorrow I beat Nelson there in a legal battle, then he has a problem.
Yes.
If tomorrow he teaches mathematics better than me, I have a problem.
Normally.
That is what I am saying. So when you come out in your field, as Marvera was saying there, you shouldn't go back to the quarter and be seen the same way as the person who has not done that field. That is what most of us, even in the bars where you hear the discussion, you discuss with somebody for long, then he tells you have a degree, then you are surprised. Yeah, was it somebody who has a degree was saying this kind of thing? That is where we have a problem.
The person is
That's where we have, and I would like to call on my brother Valerie to know that thank God he has made 50 years in the US. I can understand why he's enjoying Cameroon.
Yeah.
Yes, because there will be a time that the narrative will change. I promise you that. But what I know,
the country will change for his narrative not to change.
What he can confirm to me is that during Black Lives Matter, within the time he was in the US, no gunshot was heard. Just go out now and complain about something. No, let's just take an example. You will realize that even the firefighter will become a military man on you. So I'm trying to say that the contexts are different.
They will pour you scratching
In
water.
Switzerland, you see a military man and you see his gun as a last resort. In Cameroon, you see a gun long before you see the person holding it. So those are the things. We are trained in a system that is meant to contain people and refuse them from liberating themselves. You take children, you are only... You look at the theme of this year's Youth Day. I've said that International Youth Day is Youth Empowerment for Sustainable Development. Full stop. The one for Cameroon National Youth Day is a whole paragraph.
Youth at the heart of great hope for a united, stable, and prosperous
How do you
Cameroon.
empower a child with that message? No, let us be serious. How do you? What empowerment do I give a
It
child?
has unity and prosperity.
Zita,
What empowerment?
If I may take just 1 minute.
Yes.
You guys have security.
Yes,
You don't have any.
if I may take
Please,
just
let's
1
get
minute
the view
of
of Tata Evans. Yes.
My point is, the team has already been laid. The Youth Day is in a few days to come. What are the proposals we are making? What kills all is that we have been blaming the government, blaming, and blames have never solved any problem.
Okay, so let's stop
Tomorrow
the blame,
is Sunday
the blame game.
on press hour. You will hear our invitees to be blaming the government. But what are we proposing to our young
We have
people?
already starting proposing.
Yes, the government is failing as we underlined.
Are we the one to think for the government?
We have young people listening to us, and they need to take lessons from what we are saying here.
Okay.
If the government has not proposed to them, we are here to propose
Maybe
to them.
in your program.
All right,
yes, I'm taking my lessons.
Maybe in your program, you send Cameroonians youth how to save.
You saw me with my phone.
Yeah,
I've been taking notes, and
Okay.
that's what I'm
No,
going to
maybe
use.
that's why I'm saying that in
Why
your
I'm saying that
program,
we
teach
should-
the youth how to save.
Yes, instead
not
of
to be
blaming,
saved.
instead
They
of
should know how
blaming the
to
government,
save.
let's give proposals. Our
Okay.
young people are listening to us,
All right.
and they want to benefit from this
Now,
program.
gentlemen, before we come to the proposals, Nelson Lambris, you are a legal mind, and we've been looking at.
And Roger says that if we win you in a legal battle,
Roger better not win you in a legal battle, my brother, please. All right, Nelson, let's have your opinion on Youth Day celebration 60 years back, looking at the future. What's possibly better future? What possible better future can Cameroonians youths dream of?
Imagine ta vie sans stress de data. Branche ta joie avec MTN et gagne Internet à vie. Tape étoile 237 dièse pour acheter un forfait ou étoile 126 dièse pour faire un momo.
Yeah, to begin with, Zita, I think first thing first, what are we celebrating? The name itself is a sham, is an illusion to the Cameroonian people. It's a lie.
National Youth
Yes,
Day?
the National Youth Day. Whose youth in which part of Cameroon did what on the 11th of February? Nobody can explain exactly what we are celebrating. 11th of February, if you go memory lane, you understand that in the yesteryears, with the first executive officer of this country was declared a national day of mourning. We all know exactly what transpired on that day. And when you start faking and making a sham and you want people to celebrate, the confusion continues and you play in that light. My brother that was trying to hail the government and saying that we are blaming the government is blaming the youth. That I give birth to my child, I want my child to come out from the mother's womb immediately and build a house for me without me training the child properly, telling the child that you need to cater for your parents. This is the path you are supposed to follow. If you send our children to school and they learn things that cannot better their life tomorrow, market gardening in the pampas of Argentina, forestry in Sweden, fishing in Norway.
Fishing off
What
the
are you
coast
telling
of
our
Norway,
kids?
my
That
brother, I don't
for
know
you to
what that's
become a fisherman, you need to go to Norway. For you to do forestry, you need to go to Sweden. For you to practice market gardening, you need to go to the pampas of Argentina. And you blame them tomorrow. And you keep asking the first slave to be set free. Does that put food on the table? You don't do what is vital, what is important nowadays, and you blame the youth that they are blaming the government. The government has been personalized. We see the government as an entity person, as an individual. It's not supposed to be like that. If you feel like they are blaming you, are you the government? You are not. Somebody is taking the government to be his personal property. And when they criticize the government for not doing what the government is supposed to do, you take it personally that people hate you. No, the government is well defined and the duties of the government is established. The government has something to offer. You groom up your citizens the way you want the citizens to impact that country. The Chinese people are doing it with the Chinese youth. The Americans are doing it. Why can't we actually groom up our own kids in Cameroon so that they can feed the job market, so that there can be, I don't know, they can create things for themselves. But we, like somebody was mentioning, I'm just coming far off from Yaoundé 3 to come to these places. Like I've crossed about two subdivisions, and I've seen a lot of students on those streets. And I was curious, where are you coming from? We are coming from the University of Yaoundé 1, Mateko for rehearsal, to come and sing glorifying music and song to an individual. When you listen to the team, they talk about grandeur and what it means. It is somebody's political program that will involve our children into it. Grandeur.
It's a program.
I don't know. It's a slogan. It's not even a program. They don't have a program. And then I'll allow my kids to go and the song burn him or her because you want to glorify an individual. It is not patriotism. If these people that are serving us were patriotic, they would transfer that sense of patriotism to us, but they auto glorify an individual. Cameroon is not an individual. Cameroon is us. But since Cameroon has been reduced to a bundle of a man, and that man is Cameroon, we see what we are seeing. We need to change.
Thank you very much.
Sitting beside him, I think I can feel the inertia myself.
Right?
He talked about the youth being a victim of inertia. Inertia basically means the ability to withstand change, anything changing. And from what he's saying, I can already dig it from the origin that the problem didn't start with Cameroonians. It started from the people that colonized us and them still trying to maintain some of the inertia of what used to happen back then to what is happening today. Now, Mama Vera, your son would not want to work next year if he or she worked last year and they had to take 50% of their revenue and deposit it to France, which is what we tried to talk about this last time. It will be like the situation that is happening in Congo, where you're working, but all of your labor, or 50% of it, is going to enrich another country that are not doing anything. So when we look at the web of the Cameroon political system, let's keep blame aside.
Why should we keep blame aside?
Let's keep blame aside. Why do I say so? Every strand of the web has a complex that not an individual can solve alone. And if we dive into this complex, we will all see that our parents are playing a role.
Okay, Valerie, I don't want to cut you, but let's have this caller on line one who definitely has a contribution to the program. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon and welcome to the program. What's your name, please?
Good evening, Mapala Zita.
Thank you.
Good evening to your panelists. Happy New Year to you and Happy New Year to all of you there.
Happy New Year, okay, Chuku, you're welcome.
Yeah, the only Nigeria in Cameroon without papers.
We are listening to your contribution.
Talking about the Youth Day, the 60th Youth Day celebration in Cameroon. For my own opinion, I don't know if I'm a youth or I'm an old man, because in the next 3 years I'll be 50 years. So I'm still a youth, because one minister told us that youth limit age in this country is from 70 years. The former minister of youth told us that, and so I'm still a youth.
By induction.
You are not a youth.
And what I'm saying is that we the youth were supposed to be crying instead of celebrating.
Okay.
There is nothing worth celebrating when our leaders have refused to give us what is rightful to us, which they make us to understand that we are the leaders of tomorrow. I don't know whether that tomorrow is from my grave.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, because I've been waiting for that tomorrow until I became a taxi driver. Without asking, without even saying, no, I don't want to do this, but I had to do it because there was just no means. Even before becoming a taxi driver, I have abandoned like concourse to become a farmer until the crisis came up. before I found myself in Yaoundé. So there is no need celebrating. Of recent, we saw more than 40 or 400 and something youth coming from Nigeria when they were looking for their means to go out of the country. That's how we die every day in the forest, because we want to go and look for greener pasture, which we have all it takes to remain in this country.
Exactly.
Yes, we have all it takes for us to remain in this country. How can one man be celebrating they call it the National Youth Day for 43 years? Things are not changing. Things are instead getting back. We are like say march arrière. They have put the car on march arrière, and the march arrière is going very faster than the gear 1 or the gear 2.
Okay.
I'm very sorry to say so. We the youth, we are not finding it funny.
Okay.
They impose on us like one of our brothers was explaining there. They are training children how to go and be singing a song with a particular place, somebody's name. That's worshiping somebody. It's not good. It's not good.
Okay.
It's not good. The leaders should do something. We are suffering. We the youth, we are not enjoying our country. We should not be living in our country as if we are foreigners.
Okay.
It's not fair. I was in Bamenda last week. I could not recognize Bamenda anymore. Bamenda is like, I don't know if you know a village here called Lada. Or a Bondo. There's a village where I stay here in Yaoundé called a Bondo. Everywhere there is forest. I stood on one street in Bamenda for about 1 hour. I could not see a car passing. What I was seeing was moto there.
Wow.
What I saw when I say moto, that kind of scrap passing up and down, dust everywhere. Bamenda is dead and finished.
It's really bad.
God help us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Chuku. All right, gentlemen, let's come up with
Did you get what the people said? It's too bad.
Yes, it's really bad.
All our youths are dying inside the forest, dying on the desert, dying everywhere because they're looking for greener pasture.
Sadly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's come up with proposals. We'll soon be getting out of the studio, Barrister.
Zita, I want to tell our listener that our history is singular, but our future is common. And today we have 58 divisions with the names of a water, a river. 58 divisions with, and 42 with the name of a river. I cannot still understand why we are waiting for rainy season to be planting. We need to use these resources which have been given to us by God.
Nature, yes.
And we have made studies engaging the dragging of Sanaga, Nyong, Sanga, Nun to create a river port to Bafusam, to a Bebda, and with bridge which can be opened when the boat is passing, so as to avoid being stopped in Douala. Even in Mungo River, we can have a river port there. So we must use all these gravity we are throwing on the way, transform it to make agriculture.
Okay.
We must change our curricula of system of training in school. Because you cannot make a child school for 25 years to be a job seeker.
So go out and start writing application from one ministry.
Today we need to install compulsory military service at the age of 16 for 6 months. Because we are living in a very, very dangerous world. And for the moment, we cannot keep on importing guns, bullets to make war in our country.
Which we don't even need.
Which we don't even need. We need to start training our children to produce it here and to export it in other countries.
Okay.
And one of the proposals I will bring is to tell this government that they never evaluate a government on its ability to buy guns and bullets. They evaluate the government on its ability to bring peace and to unite its people.
Okay.
And let us stop importing goods. We have means. We have all resources. And when a child has been stubborn, they do not kill the child, but they bring the child back home and discuss. This ongoing war cannot end on the battle with guns and bullets.
No.
We need to sit down and discuss.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Barrister. Rogers, 1 minute.
Yes, first of all, I want to be sure that you're asking us not to propose to the government, because I don't want to waste my proposal.
No, propose to Cameroonian youth.
Yes,
it's
yes.
for the youth.
I just wanted to be sure that I'm not wasting my proposal on people who never listen. So now, yes.
Well, you can choose to propose to the government, but I think it's Cameroonian youth.
I will not waste my proposal to the government. They will not listen to it. They will never take it.
They might listen one day.
Okay.
So I'm proposing to Cameroonian youth first. Before the Anglophone crisis in my village, we used to send out at least 500 bags of vegetable to Douala, Yaoundé, Bakusam, and so on. That the youth should go back. Let's try to see if we can change the narrative, because the crisis has created a lot of enmity among us. Let us try to first of all see that this crisis was a manipulation, and then we reunite and go back to our work. That's the first thing.
Okay.
I'm proposing now to rural communities.
30 seconds.
The development associations, the soon-to-be mayors. I'm concentrating in the north and southwest because most of the soon-to-be mayors will not be living there. That is one fact we know.
Okay.
Now, when they come to power, they should know that they have a legacy to leave, and they try to empower their young people. Our development association, whose presidents are all in Douala and Yaoundé, in the north and south, their presidents are all in Douala and Yaoundé, singing praises, calling themselves elite, whoever gave them that title. They should go back to the drawing board and remember that they have people there that at their old age, those people will be looking at them in the eye. They should empower those young people today, so that tomorrow they shouldn't regret.
Okay.
Because we are contributing millions every year. They can't tell us they don't have money. They will not need to be looking for funds like Abel was saying. We are contributing development levy every year, and it is arising to millions.
All right. Thank you very much. Mama Vera, in a few seconds.
Yeah, what we have just to tell the youth is that those youths to create jobs opportunity. They should do like Mama Vera, as I'm sitting here in front of you. Go behind your house, you do agriculture, make water leaf.
We must give her a run of applause.
Yeah. Make water leaf, make jama, make vegetable, make green behind your house. Water it no matter rain or any time. You have fresh. People come to my house to buy all the time. Because I do that. I have a little place, but I make use of it. So don't wait on the government to come and give you now. You'll never see them. You'll never come. They'll never show up.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mama Vera. Valerie, in a few seconds.
Thank you. I would like to say, if there are any youths that are listening to us today,
a whole lot of them,
we should trust the government. I would say so. Why? Because hope is that only ingredient that can give you the force beyond your natural capacity to push through some of the barriers that have been holding us for too long. If we lose hope now, we're gonna get angrier like our parents, and if we get angry with the force that we have, the battle might be tougher for anyone to withstand. So let's trust the government. Let's follow instructions. Our day is coming. We don't need to fight. It's already predestined. When that day comes, we should be capable, we should be able, and we should be effective. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Nelson Lambris, in a few seconds.
Just 2 words.
Yes.
First thing, if the government can actually change the school curriculum, that's the first. And the second thing, all our youths to try and do something. Cameroon is the only country where there is work to be done, but there are not people to do that work.
Okay,
we will change it, Landry.
Youth
It's
should
our
do
party, we'll change
something.
it.
I love that. Tata Evans.
All right.
Honorable Tata Evans. I'm sorry.
Appointed parliamentarian.
Yes, honorable.
I was voted. All right.
He was voted.
Please let him give his advice to the youth.
I was voted. I was not appointed.
We encourage you.
So just to
be now elected parliamentarian.
Barrister, please. Yes, honorable. Go ahead.
I'm on the way of getting there. Okay. All right. So to all the Cameroonians, you listen to me. First thing, be hopeful. Second thing, your destiny is in your hands.
All right.
Mr. A or Mr. B will not help you. Take responsibility, and you will thank me tomorrow.
Okay, they'll definitely take responsibility. Abel Bella Samari, in a few seconds.
Yes, I want to base on what Valerie said. For those who listened to Royal FM yesterday, the Grand Journal, our guest was a young man.
Yes.
A young man that we came across. And he is a terminal student.
Yes, he's a student.
You go through his biography. When the COVID-19 came up, he was selling face masks. And in every cartoon, he was benefiting 4,500 francs. And in that 4,500 francs, he struggled and started a poultry farm. And today he has close to more than 20 piggeries in his pigs or piggeries. Nursing will correct that in his poultry farm. He's using his farm to be able to pay his school fees. That means he's doing education and entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Like my brother Honorable Tata France, who said that we should forget about the government and think
focus
about
on building ourselves.
Focus on building ourselves, supported by Valerie. Okay, I love the word he said. That's my take-home message. Forget. Important statement. Forget about the government. Focus on yourself.
All right.
So what we encourage parents to do? What we should encourage parents to do if we have missed it. Those of us in the working generation, born close to 40 years on the same regime without any future, we should not allow our children to suffer like some of us. Let us combine their education with the entrepreneurship. Let us bring it the system where my brother says that we come up with the home model of making the children to think, making the children to reflect, making the children to build, and making the children to produce. Because it is our nation. Those who read Nelson Mandela, if you want to destroy a nation, go to the education and the youth. And that is what we are seeing. You, that parent, do you want your child to be destroyed?
No, not at all.
Let's build them. And like my brother said, forget and focus
on building yourself. Thank you very much, Abel Bilasamari. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being a part of today's program. Thank you to all those who called, and apologies to those whose calls we could not take. We had a whole lot to talk about. Thank you, Salomon Esana, Brian Bida. Thank you to Roger Kiek for central coordination, and the Reverend Pastor Bisai Emmanuel for general supervision. I am about to leave you, but the airwaves will not remain unattended. So Jean-Marie Anaba is right here. Barometre Politique is up next. Hello, GMA.
Bonsoir, ma Palazita. Good evening to your guests and our listeners.
Okay. Baromètre politique, le pays est debout.
Tout à fait, le pays reste debout. Rien ne dérange le pays en dehors de la convocation du corps électoral que nous attendons pour les législatives municipales, mais qui pourrait ne pas intervenir dans la nouvelle semaine comme cela est prévu. Je dis pourrait.
Ok.
Je le dis comme ça, il ne dit pas autre chose.
D'accord. On va seulement écouter Baromètre Politique pour comprendre.
Tout à fait,
pourquoi.
vous avez compris que nous allons parler des législatives et municipales, mais pour comprendre les désaccords au sein de l'UPC, l'Union pour le changement 2025, qui a porté la candidature de M. Issa Tchouma Bakari. Issa Tchouma Bakari, à travers son porte-parole, avait dit qu'il ne part pas aux élections municipales législatives. Les gens ont contesté, on dit qu'il ne peut pas parler étant en Gambie, mais cette fois-ci, c'est le comité central du FSNC qui réitère qu'ils n'iront pas aux élections municipales législatives. C'est un boycott qui dérange certains, comme nos amis du MRC. Ça dérange même l'UPC qui a pondu également un communiqué et qui se dit que nous comprenons la position de M. Issa Tchouma Bakari, mais nous allons présenter une liste consensuelle face aux listes du RDPC dans les différentes circonscriptions. Donc, on va essayer de comprendre qu'est-ce qui ne va pas au sein de l'UPC. Quelqu'un m'a dit la semaine dernière, M. Issa Tchouma Bakari aurait dealé avec le régime en place. Est-ce que c'est ça le problème? Et pourquoi ne pas aller à l'élection quand on sait que ça a coûté des conséquences à d'autres qui l'avaient fait? Donc c'est entre autres débats. Mais on va parler également de la jeunesse parce que nous sommes à quelques jours de la célébration de la 60e fête de la jeunesse pour questionner le rôle que les jeunes ont dans ce système du renouveau porté par M. Biya, qui a promis également que le septennat des grandes espérances sera un septennat accordé aux jeunes.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Barometer Politique is up next with Jean-Marie Anaba. Stay tuned and stay blessed.